let's see here. And we're gonna center these. History teacher, yeah. I had actually started school. Yeah. So I actually went to be a history teacher. Taught in Europe for like 2 weeks. I was basically a chaperone / teacher thing. Teacher fellow, if you will. And learned that I cannot stand children. Especially rich ones where their kids are sent to Europe. And then I went to be a paramedic. And then I got into sales, which I'm fairly good at. I'm not going to lie. I make good money doing that. And then that was really it. And then, you know, me and my friend kind of started this trend like, hey, we're both seriously unhappy with everything in life. Want to make video games? And I think that's how a lot of people... Ooh, well, I'm tired of sales. It's burnout. But it's one of those things where I think a lot of people getting into this field think, hey, I really want to make video games. Or I want to do a movie. Or you see something that really just changes everything. Like, fuck, I want to do that. I think for us it was, we played a lot of Final Fantasy as kids. And one day I was just like, hey man, I think we could do that. And he's like, nah. I was like, no, seriously. This can't be that hard. It is. There's an entire industry in hindsight. But that's how you get into it, is you start kind of that idea that that's what I want to do. This impresses me. And that's how we started. It's one of those weird kind of leaps where it's just something small gets you started. And then as you go down the rabbit hole, it just takes you in. You start really fucking loving what you do. And then it's just a slippery slope down there. You start crack cocaine. Meth comes next. You start whoring yourself out for some weed. And next thing you know, you're straight up addicted to drinking battery acid. Just kidding. That's not how that goes. You become an alcoholic. And you can't get a job. And then it's battery acid. There we go. That's going to look pretty badass. And so, whoa, we don't have some layer turned off. Let's hide these components here. What is this connected to? This must be Trashcan bottom. Not even that. Trashcan engine. I made a separate component just for that. Let's delete that. I don't even like that fucking kit bash. Don't knock it till you try it. Well, you can say that for a lot of things. Probably not meth. That's one thing you should never try. Meth. Once. Don't do it once. Not even once. In hindsight, especially once. Because that's how you get the dick. Let's see. And this is going to be kind of rotated up. No one should ever try meth. I've seen it ruin some people. And careers, actually. Sales is one of those careers you see a lot of weird shit. Don't do anything. You get clients all the time who are just like, hey man, I got don't. Jeez, no. Alright guys, and this is the first kind of look at our Trashcan robot. I think we did a pretty good job. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a quick little render, because that's what this is all about. Everyone wants to see the cool shit. No one gives a fuck about the other stuff. Making it, who cares? Let's add some character here. And let's reset that pivot, because I think I may have changed it at some point. There we go. There you go. Kind of change this up a little bit. Change this in there. And so I think the next step, we're going to rig it. And we'll go from there, because rigging is a full process. I'm not sure I'm going to rig it with you guys. I may go into editing, animating without the rig. Or with the rig, rather, after I've finished it up. Because I really don't want to go through the process of rigging. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick, too, while we have this kind of in a pose, something we need to add, and this is, again, part of kind of covering your ass with a client. You're going to have these spots where some black's going to show through. Or at least you can see through it. So in this situation, if I look right here, I can see all the way through this. And my fucking arm is low. Fuck. Also, I am more than certain this song is played in a video game. I mean, it definitely sounds familiar. Maybe, I don't know. She can look at my YouTube channel. I don't give a shit. This isn't about her. It's about doing what we love. I mean, if she is listening, I do need all the credit I can get from that class. But it's not about that. We're not trying to show or one-up anyone. This is just, again, for my portfolio. And if you guys want to do your own, something that I hope you can add to yours, you know, just kind of following along. Or at least getting an idea or showing the flow of it. I would get much more satisfaction if she used it as a tool to show students, like, hey, this is how it's done. This is an idea of what's expected. There you go. So you see what we've done there? This kind of black. So a Lambert transfers to every mesh. Lambert is standard. Lambert, you can control reflectivity. We don't want reflectivity, because as I show a light here, let's go away, and it may even show a little bit of light, but not enough to really make a difference here. So let's turn on some light. Oh, god damn, you guys got a boner? I do. Okay. So right here, we don't want reflectivity, just like Trashcan lid. No reflectivity. We don't want specular. We don't reflectivity. A lot of R's, a lot of flex. We don't want that, though. What we want is a simple, kind of blacked out surface to hide the shit we're not going to mess with. And you know what? If you want to do it, you can. You can add some gears and wiring. I think that looks super dope, but we're not here for that. None of the shit I concern with myself. And check this out. See those eyes? The reason we added incandescence, because when I delete this, oh damn dough. All right, let's do a so something cool too. Volume lighting looks really good. To give it that kind of menacing glow look. Top down, I think that's a badass looking kind of thingamabob. Not sure, we don't have a name for it yet, so feel free. And of course, you know, with your volumetric lighting, light is never actually white. It's also reflecting off of everything there. So I imagine this is kind of that moonlighting look. And then you're going to have another one similar to it on the other side. Maybe from a direct source, a street lamp or something. So you have some yellow built into it. And usually that's how you get those kind of glows. And then if you did some really small point lights from about where the eyes are. So somewhere right here, we're going to turn the intensity down, and we're going to drop it down to a quadratic. And we're going to drop this to a red, straight red flare to give it that kind of pop right here at the eyes. We want to show that these are actual menacing looking eyes. So next up will actually be Trashcan Tin Pants. Fuck yeah. Trashcan Tin Pants. Homie. Done. We're naming that. You did this. This will be on my portfolio page as Trashcan Tin Pants. Alright, look at that. Love it. And then down here where the turbine is, we'll add some kind of glow as well. I think that's going to be more of a point light as well, because that's going to be hard to add that glow down here. It'll be more of a, again, more of a deeper, rich color, and we're going to make this a, again, default light set. Where's it at? It's not a volume light. I don't want a volume light here. Is that what I added as a volume light? Yeah, don't need that. I want a point light. Something really simple. I'm going to make this kind of this glow, but a deeper glow. Let's try to play with it a little bit. Maybe it'd be blue, because that's typically what the hover kind of turbine color we're going for. And we want this kind of pitched up right here. And even quadratic may be too much, maybe cubic. Yeah. No quadratic, but let's drop the increase the intensity. I see it's too much right there. I'm trying to think. I don't know if it'll handle it without a render, but even a spotlight shine down. So the spot, usually a kind of a glow is given off by 2 or 3 different lights. You'll have a like a spotlight render, where you have a spotlight and then a point light. So the point light will give off the initial glow around the object, and the spotlight shine down to show the ambient light, or even a volume. So as you're rendering these things out, keep that in mind. So typically you would have a point light and then even a spotlight on a very specific spot. I think we're well under 7 lights here, so we can probably do it. Yeah, to give it that glow effect right there. And we're going to add a penumbra. We're going to shrink our cone angle. And we're going to add some harsh yellow. And again, it's not going to look quite right because we don't have the rig set up. But anyway, it's just going to give an idea. And you can actually do show. And you can do lights. Lights. You have this cool kind of rendered out look right now. And actually, if you want to show the lights, and you can reduce kind of the. I don't want a sphere. I want a box. No. Sphere it is. Weird that my volume light show up as spheres. Huh. What's my area light look like? Let's do that. I don't want volume lights. Click the wrong one. Yes. Here we go. So volume light up here. And volume lights you can actually expand out. So this can be your street light. Well, so you want it kind of harsh in the color, but you want intensity a little lower. And we can change also to a linear decay. It's quadratic, give me.